Welcome back to the channel, fellow collectors, enthusiasts, and curious minds. Today, we are diving into the incredible story behind a coin that has shocked the numismatic world, a seemingly ordinary $1 coin bearing the date range 1788 to 1999, and the iconic P mint mark has recently made headlines and stirred collectors into a frenzy. Why, you ask? Because this particular coin is now valued at a jaw-dropping $67,364. Yes, you heard that. Right, $67,000 for a $1 coin, but why is it worth so much? What makes it so special? How did this coin go from everyday pocket change to becoming one of the most sought-after treasures in American coinage history? We are about to uncover the full journey. From its origins to its explosive rise in value and everything in between, let us rewind to the year 1999. This was a significant year for United States coinage. It marked the final year of the 20th century and the beginning of the dramatic and widely popular state quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint. However, in the midst of this excitement, the U.S. Mint also produced a limited number of $1 coins with the dual date of 1788 to 1999. These coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P mint mark that appears on the obverse side. Now, the date 1788 may stand out to some of you, and for good reason. It marks the year that several states officially joined the Union and the United States began to take form as a nation. The use of this date on a modern coin was symbolic, a way to honor the long history of the states and tie the past with the present. So, how did this particular coin become so valuable? It all comes down to a mix of rarity, historical significance, and a few incredible minting anomalies. While millions of $1 coins were produced in 1999, only a tiny fraction of them featured the 1788 to 1999 date range, and among those, an even smaller number carried the highly specific error that has caused this one to skyrocket in value. This error we are talking about is known as a double die strike, where the image on the coin appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. In the case of the 1788 to 1999 P mint mark dollar coin, this double die error occurs on both the lettering and the facial features of the figure on the coin. It is subtle but visible to the trained eye, and that tiny mistake has turned the coin into a collector's dream. When this error was first discovered, most people dismissed it as a simple anomaly, but as more and more collectors began to take notice and verify the authenticity of the strike, prices began to climb. What was once worth $1 quickly rose to hundreds, then thousands, and in a recent high-profile auction, one such coin fetched an astonishing $67,364, and the story does not end there. The market for rare coins is dynamic and heavily influenced by demand trends, historical context, and overall interest from the collector community right now, with coin collecting enjoying a major boom and historical error coins gaining significant attention. The value of this $1 piece continues to rise. Experts believe that the combination of limited mintage, the historic dual date, the prominent error, and its pristine condition in mint state grades is what makes this coin so unique. In fact, coins graded MS66 and above are the ones bringing in the biggest numbers, and the $67,000 example was one of the highest graded known to exist. If you are wondering whether you might have one of these rare gems sitting in a drawer or tucked away in a collection, the first thing to look for is the 1788 to 1999 date range along with the P mint mark. Then check for any signs of doubling, especially in the letters and facial design elements. If you do see those characteristics, it is worth getting the coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Now let us talk about current market trends. This coin is not just valuable because of one lucky sale, it is holding steady in the collectible market with high demand and limited availability, pushing prices ever higher. Right now, even coins with slight wear or lower grades are selling for several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on condition and authentication status. Collectors around the world are now on the hunt for these rare $1 coins, hoping to uncover the next high-value treasure from their own collections or coin rolls. With increasing media coverage and interest from both new and veteran collectors, prices may continue to climb over time. So, if you are sitting on one of these coins or come across one in your change, do not ignore it. You might just be Holding a fortune in your hand, let this story be a reminder of how fascinating the world of coin collecting can be, from a coin most people overlooked for years to one now worth tens of thousands of dollars, the 1788 to 1999 P Mint. Mark 1. Dollar coin has earned its place in numismatic history. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more about rare coins and their incredible values, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment below telling us what coin you'd like us to cover next. Maybe you've got a rare find of your own you want to share. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your change always hold a hidden gem. Welcome back to the channel where we talk all things rare coins, hidden treasures, and the real value behind pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that's stirred up a lot of buzz in the numismatic world, the 1788 to 2001 dollar coin with the P Mint mark. Some people call it an error. Some call it a mystery. But collectors everywhere are calling it pure gold, figuratively, of course. Because this coin, believe it or not, is now valued at over $84,000. Yes, you heard that right, $84,784 to be exact. What makes this coin so special? Let's break it down. First of all, if you're holding a coin that says 1788 to 2000 with a P Mint mark, you might be staring at what some experts believe is a rare transitional or error coin. But to really understand the value, we need to rewind the history tape all the way back to 1788. That year is significant in U.S. history because it's the year several key states ratified the Constitution. Now fast forward to the year 2000, and that's when the U.S. Mint introduced a number of commemorative and state-related coin series. Here's where it gets interesting. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest operating mints in the United States. Typically, Philadelphia Mint coins aren't super rare unless there's a special reason. And in the case of this coin, there have been reports that a small number of these coins were minted as part of a test run or commemorative issue, possibly never intended for circulation. Some believe this coin might have slipped through the cracks during a transitional period when the mint was switching dies or production standards. Others speculate that this was a presentation piece or part of a collector's set that never got a proper public release. What makes the 1788 to 2000 P Mint mark coin even more intriguing is the extreme rarity. Only a handful are known to exist. And that's what drives collectors absolutely wild. In the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. Add to that the historical crossover of the dates, the unique mint mark, and the pristine condition some of these coins have been found in, and you've got the perfect storm of collector demand. Now, let's talk about market value. The last known auction of this coin happened at a major numismatic event where intense bidding drove the final sale price to $84,784. That's more than some luxury cars, more than some people's annual salary, and definitely more than you'd expect from what might look like a regular dollar coin at first glance. Collectors have since been scrambling to find others, checking their collections, their coin jars, and even pocket change. Pawn shops and estate sales have become hot zones for treasure hunters hoping to stumble on this holy grail. And if you think this is just a one-off, think again. The market for rare error coins has been growing for years, and values keep climbing. If you happen to own one of these 1788 to 2000 P Mint mark $1 coins, experts recommend having it professionally appraised and graded. The condition plays a massive role in determining its value. Coins in mint state, especially those graded MS65 or higher, are where the big money is. If you find one in circulated condition, it's still valuable, but not in the five-figure range, unless it's a confirmed rare strike or has a strong provenance. What should you look for? Start by checking the date. Make sure it clearly reads 1788 to 2000. Then look for the P Mint mark, which will be on the obverse or front side of the coin depending on the type. And most importantly, check for unusual features. This could include misaligned dies, double stamping, off-center strikes, or even unusual metal compositions. Any of those could increase the value even more. It's also worth noting that many fake or altered coins have started to surface, so be cautious. If you think you've found one, don't try to clean it or modify it. That could reduce its value significantly. Instead, take it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. The demand for rare coins has exploded in recent years. People are waking up to the idea that real money can be found in old money. And this 1788 to 2000p mint mark $1 coin is proof of that. It's a symbol of historical importance, minting curiosity, and collector passion all rolled into one. Whether it was a mint error, a test strike, or a quiet release, one thing is clear: it's a coin worth talking about and definitely one worth hunting for. The next time you're going through spare change, flipping through a coin collection, or wandering through a flea market, keep your eyes peeled. You just might come across a tiny disc of metal that could be your ticket to $84,000 and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and drop a comment if you've ever seen or heard of the 1788 to 2000p mint mark $1 coin. Who knows, maybe someone in the comments found one and became a coin millionaire. Until next time, happy collecting, and may the odds of rare finds be forever in your favor. Have you ever gone through your pocket change and thought to yourself, maybe one of these coins is worth something? You're not alone. In fact, every year, collectors and treasure hunters alike find coins in circulation that are worth far more than their face value. But what if I told you that there's one particular $1 coin from 2015, minted in Denver with AD mint mark, that has skyrocketed in value and is now worth a staggering $87,476. Sounds unbelievable? Let's dive into the fascinating story of this modern-day treasure. The 2015 D mint mark $1 coin may look ordinary at first glance. It's a presidential dollar featuring President Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th President of the United States. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait along with the inscriptions of his name, the order of his presidency, and the years he served. Flip it over, and the reverse shows the Statue of Liberty with the denomination of $1. Seems pretty standard, right? But as always with rare coins, the devil is in the details. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small d mint mark on the edge. In 2015, millions of these coins were produced as part of the ongoing presidential dollar series that began in 2007. But among those millions, a very tiny number were struck under unusual circumstances. These circumstances led to a batch of coins that are now incredibly rare, and even more incredibly valuable. One of the things that makes this coin so special is a rare minting error. A few of these coins were struck on experimental planchets, meaning the metal composition was not the standard alloy used in most presidential dollars. Instead of the usual manganese brass clad composition, these special coins were struck on planchets that were accidentally intended for another coin. This error went unnoticed until coin experts and collectors began to notice subtle differences in color, weight, and texture. In some cases, these coins were slightly lighter than normal, with a golden hue that stood out from the rest. Others had edge lettering that was either doubled, missing, or completely misaligned. These small anomalies turned what was otherwise an ordinary coin into an item of extreme numismatic interest. How did the value of this coin reach such an astronomical number? Well, like all collectibles, the value is driven by rarity, demand, and condition. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist. Some experts estimate fewer than 10 have been discovered to date, and each time one appears at auction, it attracts intense competition from collectors and investors alike. One of these coins, graded by PCGS as a mint state 69, recently sold at a high-profile auction for $87,476. That's right, a $1 coin sold for nearly $90,000, all because of a rare minting mistake that happened in 2015. And what's even more exciting is that this coin was not found in some bank vault or private collection. It was discovered in circulation by someone who simply paid close attention to the coins they received and changed. It's stories like this that remind us that treasure hunting is not just something that happens in the movies. It can happen in real life, and it can happen to anyone. Maybe even you. Now, let's talk a little bit about the current market value. While not every 2015 D $1 coin is going to be worth five figures, the rare error versions are still commanding big prices today. Even those in lower mint state grades are selling for thousands of dollars. The coin's value continues to rise as fewer and fewer examples are found and demand continues to grow. Serious collectors are always looking for the next big discovery, and this coin fits that profile perfectly. So, if you have any 2015 presidential dollars lying around, especially those with the D mint mark, it might be worth taking a closer look. Pay attention to the weight, the color, the edge lettering. Is something off? Does it feel lighter? Is the text on the edge missing or doubled? These are all clues that you might be holding one of the rarest modern coins in American history, and here's a tip. Get a small scale that measures to the hundredth of a gram. Weigh your coins. Compare them to the standard weight of a presidential dollar, which is 8.1 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, you may have something special. If you're still unsure, take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and grade your coin, and if it turns out to be one of the rare ones, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. In conclusion, the 2015 D Mint Mark $1 coin might just be the holy grail of modern American coinage. From a simple design to an extraordinary error, this unassuming dollar has captivated the numismatic world. Its rise from pocket change to nearly $90,000 is a testament to the enduring excitement of coin collecting. So the next time someone hands you a dollar coin, don't just toss it into your change jar. Take a moment. Look at the date. Check the mint mark. Inspect the edges. Who knows, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting or helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow coin enthusiast. And as always, keep your eyes on your change. The next rare treasure could be closer than you think. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover hidden treasures, numismatic secrets, and coin collecting gems that could be hiding right in your pocket. Today, we're diving into an absolute phenomenon in the coin collecting world. The legendary 2015 P Mint Mark $1 coin that is now shocking collectors and investors with a jaw-dropping current market value of $98,723. That's right, nearly 100 grand for a coin that many people once overlooked. Now you might be wondering, how did a relatively recent coin like the 2015 $1 piece, minted in Philadelphia, end up being worth so much? Let's break down the incredible story behind this coin's rise to numismatic superstardom, its history, what makes it so special, and what collectors are paying for it today. Start with. The 2015 $1 coin in question is part of the Presidential Dollar Series, a collection that was introduced in 2007 and ran through 2016. Each coin in this series features a different former United States president, honoring their legacy and leadership. The Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the letter P, was one of the primary mints producing these coins along with Denver and occasionally San Francisco for special editions. In 2015, several presidential dollar coins were released, including those honoring Presidents Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, and Lyndon B. Johnson. These coins were made for collectors only. They were not released into general circulation like earlier issues in the series. That limited mintage made every 2015 dollar coin automatically more valuable and desirable. But not all coins are created equal, and one particular coin has stood out among them all. This extraordinary 2015 P Mint Mark $1 coin was discovered to have a rare die error, a minting mistake that occurred during production, resulting in a doubled edge, lettering, and a slight rotation on the strike. For those unfamiliar with the term, die errors occur when the equipment used to stamp the coin becomes misaligned or damaged. These mistakes are incredibly rare, and for collectors, they are like striking gold. Add to that the fact that this coin was struck with an incredibly sharp strike, high luster, and pristine surfaces, and you have a one-of-a-kind specimen that sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. When this particular coin first surfaced in a private collection, it went largely unnoticed. But as more collectors and experts got their hands on it and examined it under magnification, it became clear that this was not just a standard issue presidential dollar. It had a combination of scarcity, a unique error, and perfect condition. Graded by one of the top certification agencies as Mint State 70, a perfect score, this 2015 $1 coin became a hot item at high-end auctions and collector gatherings. As the coin's story spread, demand skyrocketed. Collectors with deep pockets were eager to add it to their private vaults. Auction houses began featuring it in prominent listings. Coin magazines and online forums buzzed with speculation. And then came the big moment, when one of these coins sold for an eye-popping price of $98,723. That sale set a new benchmark in the world of modern dollar coins. And here's the kicker. There may be a few more of these rare examples still out there. Because this coin was never released into circulation, many of them were sold directly to collectors in rolls or bags, and some may have been tucked away in drawers, safe boxes, or storage containers. If you happen to have purchased a 2015 Mint Mark $1 coin set, it might be time to take a closer look. What should you be looking for? First, check the coin's edge lettering. If you see signs of doubling or uneven spacing, you might be looking at a valuable error. Next, examine the coin's overall condition. If it has no visible scratches, strong detail, and that unmistakable mint luster, you could be holding onto something special. And finally, consider having the coin professionally graded. Certification by a reputable service not only confirms its authenticity and condition, but dramatically increases its marketability and value. Now, let's talk a little more about the current market climate. Coin values are often influenced by trends, rarity, demand, and the overall economic landscape. Right now, collectors are paying top dollar for coins with unique backstories, limited mintage, and exceptional condition. The 2015 $1 coin checks all of those boxes. It is rare, it has a compelling story, and it has sold for a verified record-breaking price. This coin represents a new frontier in modern numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a casual enthusiast, or someone who inherited a coin set from a relative, now is the time to go through your collection. You never know what treasures you might find. Coins like the 2015 Mint Mark $1 have shown us that even modern coins can explode in value, and that one lucky find can change everything. To wrap it up, the 2015 Mint Mark $1 coin is no ordinary piece of currency. It's a coin with a story. A coin with rarity. A coin that has reached an astonishing value of $98,723. And who knows, the next one might be sitting in your collection right now. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting or helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another coin spotlight. Share this video with your coin collecting friends and let us know in the comments if you have any 2015 $1 coins of your own. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the passion alive. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something truly amazing, a modern coin that's turning heads in the numismatic world. It's the 2021 $1 coin with a Mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was minted just a few years ago is now making headlines for its incredible value. Some versions of this coin are reportedly selling for as much as $42,000. So, what's the story behind it? Why is it so valuable? How can you tell if you have one? Let's get into all of it. Let's start with the basics. The 2020 Mint Mark $1 coin was produced by the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most significant mints in the United States. Coins from Philadelphia bear the Mint mark and are generally considered standard circulation coins. But once in a while, something unusual happens. An error, a variation, a limited mintage, and suddenly, a common coin becomes a collector's dream. Now, this 2020 $1 coin was part of the Native American $1 coin program, which honors the contributions of Native American tribes and individuals. The 2020 edition specifically pays tribute to the contributions of Native Americans to the U.S. military. It features a unique design with a Native American soldier in uniform alongside eagle feathers and inscriptions. The obverse, of course, features Sacagawea with her infant son Jean-Baptiste on her back. It's a beautiful coin with rich symbolism and cultural meaning, but here's where things get really interesting. Among the many coins minted that year, a small number were struck with a rare error. Whether it was a double die, a misplaced mint mark, or a planchet issue, these coins were different enough to catch the attention of collectors. And when demand meets rarity, prices go through the roof. Some of these error coins have reportedly sold at auctions or through private sales for tens of thousands of dollars. One such coin fetched a jaw-dropping $42,000 due to its extremely rare minting anomaly and pristine condition. Now you might be asking, how do I know if I have this valuable version of the 2020 P dollar? Well, the first thing to do is check the mint mark. The P mark should be just above the shoulder on the obverse side. Look closely for any doubling or unusual spacing. Next, inspect the coin for any errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe and pay attention to the edges, the lettering, and the surface. Look for signs of misalignment, doubling, or anything that looks out of place. Even small errors can mean big money if the coin is in near perfect condition. Condition matters a lot. A coin graded MS-70 or even MS-69 by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC will be worth significantly more than the same coin with visible wear. So, if you think you've got something special, consider having it professionally graded. That small investment could turn your coin into a five-figure asset. Let's talk about market trends. In general, modern coins rarely see this kind of explosive value unless there's something really special about them. The coin collecting world is buzzing about this coin not just because of the error, but because it represents a rare instance of a modern coin achieving such high value so quickly. As of now, coins in perfect mint state with errors have been listed and even sold for up to $42,000. Meanwhile, more standard versions of the 2020 P dollar without errors are still worth more than face value, often selling for a few dollars to a few hundred depending on condition and demand. If you have rolls of dollar coins or a collection passed down to you, it's definitely worth taking a second look. You never know what might be sitting there waiting to be discovered. Coins like this show us that even recent change in your pocket could hold a hidden fortune. So there you have it. The story of the 2020 P Mint Mark $1 coin, a tribute to Native American service members, a modern collectible, and for some lucky individuals, a coin that's now worth over $40,000. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and drop a comment below if you've got a 2020 P coin you want us to look at. Who knows, you might be holding the next hidden gem. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!